and good morning, everybody. This is Natasha with Britches Get Stitches. Thanks for stopping on by. This is my corner of the internet where I get to talk about all my crafty stuff, which lately has included so many things like embroidery and cross stitch and sewing and diamond painting and all that jazz. So it's certainly a ride. So if you're new here, thank you so much for swinging by. It's good to meet you. If you've been around before, hey guys, what's up? This is definitely still a vlog style. I'm loving that setup, so we're gonna continue with that, and you guys will just kind of go through all my videos. So don't mind the voice. I'm a little under the weather. Hopefully it goes away for this weekend. We've got Lucy's big birthday party, so we shall see. Other than that, enjoy. Bye. I'm thinking we should start this new video off with a new start. And the minute I saw this in the March World of Cross Stitching, I was like, oh man, I've got to stitch this. So I'm gonna get a start on this moth here. It's really cool. So let's see how far I get. This is how far I got on my moth. Just about 500 stitches on this guy. So that was pretty fun. I'm gonna put him away for now because I just started my the mystery sal from the Cross Stitch Studio. There's like 4 parts out and or like 4 pages out, and I haven't started it. So yeah, why not? So I've got just a few stitches in so far. Let's see how many. I've got 34 stitches. So I'm gonna go start dinner and then come back and work on this. So laters. Here's how far I got on the Cross Stitch Studio Mystery Sal. I got about 300, well, exactly 300 stitches on it for a fandom prompt. So I'm gonna put this away and pull out Woman in a Field of Flowers because I need to get some work done on that one. And actually I've got it right here. So let me show you where I'm starting at. So this is the start for Woman in a Field of Flowers by Eder Rosa from StitchesSewBeautiful. And so I'm going to continue working like down in this general area. So here we go. Well, this is how far I got, 394 stitches. And now I got to go get my daughter from school. So we'll see if I get back to it. I completely forgot to do a little video before I started stitching. So I put like 46 stitches into this, I think. Yeah, so I'm hanging out here with Nancy, the Disorderly Stitcher, and doing a little stitching. So let's get at it. Crazy. It's raining, but it's bright and sunny out. What do you think? Can you take a picture with me in it? Well, I'm already taking a video. Hey guys, just a little update. I know it's been a little bit, not that you would know because it's just video after video, but I'll explain in the end when I get to like life updates and stuff. But I did manage to come all the way down here and then noticed I'm off. I need to be down one and over one closer this way. So this entire box has to come out. So I got mad and I was like, fine, whatever. I'll move to the other side. So I came back up here and I made my way all the way across. So I know I've got plenty of room. I've still got like 2 inches there, so we're good. And then was like, you know what, let's just start working on the month. So I started working on the first release for the 12 months. So, and then I also made some progress on Forevermore, which is our 10-year anniversary sampler, which is next May. So I need to get going on it. Yeah. But today I'm gonna go and hang out with a friend of mine, Melissa, for a Women's Day like stitchy event, and so I will hopefully take some photos then, and then I'll be back to do some stitching later tonight. Later.
So I'm here at Needle, Thread, and Ink, or no, Needle, it's right behind me. Needle, Ink, and Thread. You see that? Awesome. Melissa invited me to an embroidery class, our first ever. Well, my first ever. Is this your first ever? I guess
this is my
first. Awesome.
First embroidery anything.
And we chose the same pattern. And it's just really cool to see like how different each of them are. She chose more like the French knot style, and I attempted some like wagon wheels and stuff. So it's been a lot of fun. I feel like I'm gonna keep with it. I don't know about you. Are you gonna?
Maybe not like, I don't know. I'll have to try some more stitches.
Yeah.
I definitely still like cross stitch more so far. But this
Cross
is all
stitch
I've ever
apart.
embroidered,
Yep,
so we'll
yep.
see. I'm definitely gonna finish this, so we'll see how I feel when I finish it.
Well, speaking of cross stitch, Melissa actually has her own Flosstube.
Yep.
It is the
Diary of a Hyperactive Crafter.
Awesome. So you guys are gonna have to run over there and check that out.
Yep.
But hoping we get to stitch a bunch more.
Yeah, we're gonna
hang
hang out a lot more.
Yeah, definitely.
Yep.
So, all right. We'll see y'all later.
See ya.
Hey everybody, so if you've watched this far, you've noticed that there weren't a lot of clips, and that's because I kind of fell off the bandwagon a little bit. No, Dwight. Not as far as stitching, but as far as the filming. Had just a, life took over. Sorry, Dwight's messing with the table. Go on, buddy. And I'll talk about that at the end, for those of you that are interested and kind of like why I pulled away. I am gonna like keep at it, like I'm gonna film again. This is crooked and it's bothering me. Is that better? That's better. I'll talk about it at the end, like for those that are interested, but at the moment, let's just do like a full stitching recap. I know it's not my normal vlog style, but I've got everything here with me. I might as well. Okay, so since I last filmed and like uploaded, which was February 23rd, has that been like 2 weeks now? Whatever that was. I have done 8,493 stitches. I had 2 new starts. The first of which was this folk art moth, which I believe was in the World of Cross Stitching, the most recent one. And oh my goodness, it's gorgeous. I saw this and was like, well, I gotta start that. I'm debating if I'm gonna do the white around the outside, but we'll see like what it looks like when it all comes together. So for that one, I put 513 stitches in this, which was about 6% of my time. And this is where I'm at. And these colors are just so pretty. I had to like force myself to stop. I was like, I could totally keep going on this. I'm finding that's kind of a like theme, is I get going on a project. It's like the universe is like laughing at me because I said I wanted to start up a jillion things. And so I'm like feeling very monogamous. And so I like get going on a piece and then like I don't want to stop. So there's large chunks of stitching on a lot of these as a result, which I guess I'm not mad at. I did have another new start, which was kind of a pathetic one. The Cross Stitch Studio has the 2025 style that they're doing that I joined, and I just now started it. They're like 4 pages in, but I put 300 stitches exactly into it, which is 3.5% of my time. So I did the gridding, of course, to help out with the like friction pen. And I mean, the blues are really pretty. So there are people that are a lot farther along than I am, but it's been a lot of fun. So definitely I'm on like a full coverage kick. Okay. And so those are my new starts. And then I had, sorry, I've got my like notes here. Then I worked on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of my whips. The first one was Forevermore. I gotta get this floss out of the way so you can actually see it. And I am doing this one for our, I guess I could tell you, like, this is where I was last time. and this is where I'm at now. I'm doing this for a 10-year anniversary with my husband, coming up in 2026. So I'm really hoping I get it done. Considering the progress that I made this month, I mean, I feel like I can. And so I'm using, this is just a 36 count linen that I had hanging around. Doesn't have a name to it. But I'm doing this over one. Yeah, doing this 1/1 with the Vicky Clayton silks, and I'm using, it's like Joyous Plum and Chrome Passion, something like that, but it's Chrome and Plum basically, for Vicky Clayton, and I love how it's coming out there. You know, you miss a little bit of the details, like there's windows in here that are definitely backstitched, but you can't really see them that well. But I mean, ultimately the effect of it is really nice. So there's that one, and I did on that one 1,485 stitches for 17.5% of my time. And then the next one that I worked on is the Fox and Rabbit Sal. So this is where I was last time, and this is where I'm at now. I got a nerd hoop, so I won a gift card from Karen the Stitching Owl for Stitch It Central, and decided to use that to get a couple hoops to try. And so I ended up getting a Morgan hoop and the Nerd, because I've never tried either of them before, and the people talk about them all the time. So I grabbed one of each of them, and so I'm testing out the Nerd on this, and it's nice. It keeps it nice and taut, which is good. So I did a total of 769 stitches on this for 9.1% of my time, and I'm just kind of picking random floss out of the extra that I've got, because I have a bunch of like floss that's like not DMC, and I'm like, well, what am I gonna ever use it on? So I'm picking on here. So I'm doing this like cream color, and then I'm gonna do a brown on the inside, and I don't know, it's very much a test, and you can't, I mean, it's so pretty, like like this is so bright when I take like pictures of it, but I don't know why it's not coming off that well here. But I don't know, it's kind of a work, you know, a work in progress. Of course it's a work in progress. It's a test. I don't know. It'll either look good or it won't, you know? So we're just running with it. It's fun. Okay, then oh, this one makes me mad. So then I worked on 12 Months by Alforce Embroidery. This is where I was last time you saw it. Since then, I have put in 3,365, oh, there's floss, stitches for 39.6% of my time, and I probably have to frog about 1,000 of it. So I started coming across here. So at first I worked my way down, and I was like, okay, let's get it all the way down to the bottom. And then I put this entire block in, and then realized these two should be lined up. I am in and up one too far. So I have to take out this entire block. And I know a lot of people would say, well, just fudge it. You can tell, because like you see here, these are directly above each other. And then you come down here and they are off center. So like these aren't gonna match up. So I need to take out this entire September block, which is probably gonna wait until September, because I got so mad and I was like, whatever. Came back up top and decided to work my way across to get to the other side. And then I started filling in the January block. So we're gonna do it that way, because it'll make me happier to fill in block by block instead of attempting to get the whole frame. So that's what January looks like so far. And we're running with it. It's one of those moments where it's like, all you can do is smile. Just laugh it off. If you don't laugh at yourself, what are you gonna do?
Then, okay, so that was, I think I said, yeah, 33.65 for 39.6% of my time. And then I pulled out Woman in a Field of Flowers. I mean, I keep saying then. These are not chronological. I've worked on them. This is the next one on my list. Woman in a Field of Flowers. I did 1,661 stitches on it. This is where I was when you saw it last. And that was a total of 19.6% of my time. And that's where I'm at. So, I looked at the picture because I was like, man, this is just a lot of sky. What is going on? This is actually the start of one of the hills for the flowers. So I'm debating going down to get into some of these purples, or if I should just finish filling in the sky. I'm not sure. I mean, we'll see what happens. I'm kind of flowing with whatever calls to me at the moment. I'm very much in a like fill-in mood, so I'm probably gonna like fill this area in, but this is really tempting. So what would you do? Get to the pretties or keep doing the background? All right, then the last whip that I worked on, I only worked on the day that I filmed. I should get back. I really need to get back and get this up to date. I did the peppermint purple Sal. So this was the last time you saw it. And since then, I put in a whopping 400 stitches. So it was like back stitch. And so it was 800 because it's like half, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, it was 4.7% of my time. And this is where I'm at. I essentially only did like the background here. Like put in some stars here. That's all I worked on. Pulled it across here. I'm starting over on this side. So I need to come back and do some more of the middle. And I did get a recommendation from people. Not many people said anything, but a couple people were like, you should switch colors. So I'll do pink, and then the next round will be blue or green or purple, and then the last one will be another color. So that's gonna be fun. No finishes, no FFOs, but I did get a frame for Tintern Abbey, so I'm hoping to have that one like finished, fully finished and framed and ready to show next time. As far as other crafts go, I have been getting into embroidery, and I attended a, you saw the clip earlier, I attended an embroidery event with Melissa from Diary of a Hyperactive Crafter, and came home and I just couldn't put it down. And I ended up finishing what I had so far. So I'm still debating. So this is everything that I for sure wanted on here. And then I was looking at like the eye on here, and the symbol of like the eye and then these stripes down is supposed to signify like eyes on God or on a higher being. And while I appreciate the sentiment, it's not what I want for a brave concept, like for a message of like being brave. I don't know, it just didn't really sit with me. And then the leopard, it just seemed kind of, I don't know, it didn't work like with the yellow, and I've got all of these. So I'm still debating. I'm thinking maybe I will do I am, or because like I am brave. I don't know. Like I don't know what I want in there, but it's not those. My daughter was like, "We'll put a dragon in." I'm like, "Well, dragons are brave, I guess." And that fits the fourth wing thing. So I don't know. Anybody that knows like symbolism, what are some things that symbolize bravery, I guess, and I can fit them here and here. Like I want it to symbolize something. I just don't know what, you know? I could do like a silhouette of a woman, since it was for National Women's Day. I could do like a silhouette. Maybe I could find a silhouette of a woman. I don't know. Give me your thoughts, opinions. I'm obviously very indecisive, and it's probably just gonna sit until I get it figured out. So I've got that. Let's talk about plans. I still need to finish February's Whip Go. It was Forevermore. I had to do 500 and then 500 for 7 and 8. So I did one set. Or have I done?
Forevermore, I did $14.85. Actually, yeah, so I've done both February whip goes. So then I got March whip go calls, which are 9, which is Forevermore. So I'm actually close to that because I'm at $14.85. So I only have like 15 stitches left on that, and then that'll be good. And then candy. So I need to pull out candy and do 500 stitches on candy, because if you're new to this year, my whip go is anytime it's called, it's 500 stitches. Make it easy. And then the rest of my plans are to do Sweet Wee, because I'm really in a mood of like stitching what I want when I want. If it matches the prompt for Phantom stitching, then it matches and I'll put it in. If it doesn't, I'm gonna stitch what I want. Like, we've been doing March Madness this month, and I think only like 3 days have actually matched up the project that I want to stitch with what is supposed to be stitched that day. And that's fine. I mean, it's imaginary points, you know, whatever. So that's the plan, is to keep going along that route. And then today I'm going to be sewing up the bags for Erica and Janet. Erica requested a book sleeve, so I'm going to stitch that up and send that off. And then Janet requested a folder, so I'm going to sew that up and send it. It is so hard to find like the perfect fabric. Like, I want everything to be perfect for the people that are getting it. And so like, I'm trying to find this fabric and this fabric, and I've gone through like 6 different iterations of like, do I do this on this one and this one, like what is the pocket color and all. Just so you guys know, there's a lot of effort that goes into me making sure that these colors match and represent what you want. That's what takes the majority of time. Sewing it up takes a half hour, you know. So anyway, I think I've got things to where I want them to be, and so I'm gonna sew those up today. Let me go ahead and talk about books, because when I get to the life stuff, I'll talk about it. But like, I've done a lot of reading, not as much Flosstube. I have been doing a ton of reading because I just need to escape mentally. So I've read 15 books since we last spoke. I started with, I'm just going to go through and do like my 5 stars. I'm not going to really like go into depth about any of them, because we, I'll talk about it in life, but we're starting another aspect of our book club that I'm in. So Phantasma, I gave this one 5 stars. Where the Library Hides, which is the second in the series, is a 4-star. Water Moon, I gave 4 stars. Just One Season, that one's by Chrissy Hopewell, and I received an ARC from her. I actually met her not too long ago at Enchanted Novelties. I gave that one 4 stars. The Women, we are reading as part of our book club, and I finished that one and gave it 5 stars. It was really good. Erin's Obsession, this was a free book I got through some Kindle thing or whatever, and I ended up giving that one 3 stars. Immortal, this is the second in the series, but they're technically standalone. Like, the first one is Daughter of the Moon Goddess, which I have on my shelf right now. This one, Immortal, I gave 3 stars. Then I read a Queen of Thieves and Chaos, which I think is the 4th one in the series, and there's one more, and I'm loving these books. That one I gave 4 stars. Good Dirt is a newer book that just came out. I think it was one of the like book of the month picks or whatever, but I got it on Libby, and I gave that one 4 stars. Then I read The Ingenue, which was another ARC that I received, and I gave that one 3 stars. It was decent. Then I read Starfish, which was very fortuitous. I needed that this month, and I gave that one 5 stars. Then I read 5-star Stranger, which was just a recommendation from the end of last year, when like Goodreads sends you these things that says, here, you can still meet your goal if you read these short books. I didn't end up reading it last year, but I finished it now, and I gave it 3 stars. Then I just recently finished You Are Fatally Invited. That was good, 4 stars. Then I followed it up quickly by The Cuban Heiress, 4 stars.
And then I'm currently reading, like I'm like this close to finishing Cinder and Glass, and I'm probably going to give that one 4 stars because that one's pretty good. As far as like what am I actively reading besides the Cinder and Glass, I need to, I need to read It Happened One Summer for our book club. This is for our side book club, the romance side of, we have a romance and a sci-fi side club because there are people that don't like to read romance or smut and sci-fi. So those are side clubs. So I have to read that one. I just started Quicksilver. I've been waiting on this one for a while, and Mara was trying to get me to read it. So like this is like jumping to the head of everything right now. I am still working on Project Hail Mary. I'm just so much quicker with audiobooks than I am with print books. And this one only comes in audiobook through Audible, and I don't want to pay for Audible. And then I need to get back to Argyle. I'm like barely in, but this was a book club at work read this one, and it reads really well, but I just, again, it's a print. Other things come out, and Quicksilver came out and everything else went to the side, so, you know, yada yada. Okay, so that is everything like stitchy and book and blah blah blah. I'm gonna get into life stuff for those of you that care or want to hang out or intrigued, whatever. Those of you that are leaving, thanks for hanging out. I appreciate it. Appreciate having you around, and I will get some videos going for next time. So have a great one. Those of you that are staying for life, I know the main thing I want to talk about, but there are a couple other things that I was just going to chat about. So Lucy's birthday went great. We ended up hiring an Elsa impersonator, and like they were on point, like from the minute that they showed up. I think I might have done a little video of it, I'm not sure. But they showed, like they called me, they're on the phone with me, and they said, hello, Anna and Elsa have arrived from Arendelle, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, my daughter can't hear you. Like, you can talk like a real person. But nope, they were, And they like came in the door, and Lucille's like way over in the other room. And they come in the front door and they see me and they say, oh, you have such a lovely palace. We've arrived from Arendelle and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, all right, I get it. You're good. Keep in character. No worries. But it was awesome. It was really cool. And a lot of people, we had a lot of fun. There are definitely changes we'll make next year. There were a lot of kids and a lot of adults. And I know that Lucy's very social and has a lot of various friends, but we might have to pare it down a bit because I planned for 16 kids and like 25 showed up. So it was interesting, to say the least. Also, since the last time that I posted, my book club has like really been working on like social presence and stuff. And so we filmed a video because we've decided we're going to start on like BookTube, and doing some like book talks and reviews and all that stuff. Not like TikTok book talk, like book reviews, like talking about books on YouTube. So I'm starting that channel up, so I have to edit that video and put that up. We're really kind of taking off. Like we got selected by a publisher to get early releases that we're gonna chat about and like post about all across social media. So it's just really cool. We're getting all of these like different avenues of, you know, promotion and like just spreading out there in the book community. So if you haven't followed us yet, feel free to take a look. It's No Shelf Control over on Instagram, and it will be the same on YouTube when I get it put up. So that's been a lot of fun. I've been hanging out a lot more with Katrina and Janie, and it's just been, it's been nice. You know, they're the friends that I need in my life right now. And then I've been doing a lot less focus on like the fandom challenges, I think I mentioned, because I'm just very much in a mindset of like, I really want to work on this. So I'm going to work on it. So a lot of my plans are kind of going to the wayside, which is totally fine. Like, you grow and change as the year goes on. You don't have to stay how you are and blah, blah, blah. So yeah, I'm just gonna stay in the mood of like, this is what I want to stitch, so I'm gonna stitch that. And now the reason all of my like mind boggling and stuff, it's something that like needs to be spoken about, because I don't think a lot of people talk about it, because it's just such a sensitive subject. But you guys are all aware of my like weight loss journey. Like, I'm trying to lose weight. I've been trying to lose weight since I was like 14 or younger. Like, I've just always been the bigger girl. And like growing up in the 90s and 2000s, like I was an 89 baby. So like growing up in that era, like body shaming was everywhere. Like, it was on TV, it was in magazines, it was in schools. Like, you couldn't get away from it. And so like, it's always been a struggle of mine. I've always known that I am bigger than anybody else that I associate with. And through that, and like just growing up, always being aware of my body and not like how I'm different from others, I developed a food addiction. And you know, people don't really talk about food addictions because you don't think about it. But it is definitely one of the harder like addictions to fight, because like you have to eat, you have to eat to survive. And you mentioned food addiction and people are automatically like, oh, so you like eat all the time, don't you? But that's not it. I mean, if I'm being totally transparent, like I've been on a 1,200 calorie high protein low carb diet for the past 2.5 years. Half of that was like liquid diet. Like I had shakes and soups the entire time. Like I don't remember the last time that I finished a meal. Like half the time, like I won't finish dinner and the other half goes to Brian. Like, it's just, that's just how it is. But the food addiction part of it comes in the mentality. And it's the constantly thinking about, okay, when do I eat next and what am I going to eat? What is everybody going to think about what I choose to eat? Like, when I go to a restaurant and like with friends and stuff, I don't order first. I don't want to order first because I'm afraid whatever I order is going to get judged. So I need to see what they're ordering to figure out what I'm ordering. Like it's constantly throughout your mind, and it's not just about the food. It's about the perception of the food. I am constantly thinking, what are others gonna think? What is the perception I'm going to have on other people? Even like my body. Like, if I walk into a room, I have checked my clothes a minimum of 4 times to be sure that I'm covering up any bit of my clothes. Like, even in this video, I've probably adjusted this shirt like 6 or 7 times because I'm constantly looking at how I look on that screen and not wanting others to see me in a certain way. So I've really been fighting this food addiction, and it's been compounded because I'm on this diet and I am constantly logging food. Like, I have to log my food. I have to log my weight. I have to log my exercise. And like, I'm very active. Like, before my daughter, like I used to weight lift. Like I could leg press 600 pounds. Like, I am strong. All of my numbers and my blood work, I am healthy. But the number on the scale is not going down. My weight is not going down. My inches are not going down. And so I'm talking to the doctor, and like, I've been working with her for like 2 years now, and it just got to the point where she says, well, it might just be genetics. Like, you can't fight genetics. You can't fight hormones. So we've gotten to the point where doing it on my own is not a viable option. And that sucks. Like, the mental just like, ugh, to realize that like everything you've done,
the workouts, the logging the food, the meal planning, the meal prepping, the like sticking to a diet, the drinking 64 ounces of water every day and then some, like it's not enough. And so I was kind of given the option, you can either have the bariatric sleeve, which is where they take 80% of your stomach and your stomach becomes a tube and it's permanent. And you can barely eat more than a quarter cup of food at a time, or the weight loss injections. And it's been a very big mental struggle. I kind of pulled away from filming and stitching a little bit. Went to the embroidery and the books. I've been like wrapped up in the books just because I needed to not, I don't know. I was very internalized and it took a little bit, and that's why this is like a 3-week video, not a 2-week. And I've come to the conclusion that the bariatric sleeve is off the table. I can't. It's not something that I can do. It may work for other people, but it's not, I'm not willing to risk the surgery for that. And I'm not willing to like deal with the like future consequences of it, because in all, like I'm healthy. Like my blood work is great. I'm active. I'm not really having any like physical issues except for the plantar fasciitis, and that's just age and luck of the draw. Like I am not unhealthy. I am just not happy. So I'm gonna try the injections, and hopefully those will do something. And if not, then I'm just gonna accept that I'm where I'm supposed to be, and that is so difficult, so very difficult. But I'm considering writing either a blog or a book or something, like just to get it all out there and like talk about these things that people don't really talk about, because it's difficult and it like sucks to like constantly have that on the brain. So I encourage anybody that is dealing with like anxiety over your weight, or feel like you're going through like food addiction and having to fight those like thoughts and stuff, like reach out. I don't mind talking and chatting about it. Like it just makes it worse to keep it internally. I find that I've spoken with a bunch of my friends that are thinner, fitter. Well, they're not fitter because I'm also very strong, but they're thinner than I am, and they don't have the same like mental struggles. And I just touching on some of the things that like I have to, like my brain constantly thinks about, and they're like, really? Like you think about that every single time? I'm like, it is constant. It is 100%. There's no question. If you ask me, like, what are you doing right now? Like, what are you thinking as you're walking in this room? Oh, well, I'm thinking about how my shirt sits because I don't want people to look at me and just think that I'm an overeater, you know? It needs to be talked about more, I think. And so I'm opening up here and hoping I don't get a lot of backlash. So thanks, guys. But along with that, like my gym clothes, so I had to start at the Y, so I'm going to do a lot more like workouts and stuff because I love it. I love working out. I love weightlifting and going to the gym. So I'm gonna make that more of a priority. I'm still doing my Zumba classes. I'm just gonna get more of the weightlifting in, and hopefully I can get back to that 600-pound leg press. That would be awesome. But I'm also rethinking my Stitchy Bank items. Like I've been doing the Stitchy Bank a little bit, but I did it with a mindset of like, okay, I got this. If I do this, then I can just lose a little bit of weight. But like, I don't think I need to have that focus on there because I'm already thinking about it nonstop. So I'm rethinking what my Stitchy Bank items are going to be. I will probably still do it a little bit, probably, but it's gonna drastically change. So all right, well, that is my blab of everything that I wanted to like download to you guys. So thank you if you stuck around. Feel free to comment below or message me if there's anything you want to chat about, stitchy-wise or not. I'm an open book. I like chatting with people about anything and everything. So just never be afraid to reach out. Like, I have pretty bad social anxiety when I'm around people that like when I went to StitchCon and I like freaked out about all the like bigwigs, like Flosstube, and was like, oh my gosh, I'm meeting them, oh my gosh, and it like totally got the best of me. But I just really enjoy chatting with all of the like cross stitch people and the book people, and like I'm a nerd. Let's be nerds. Okay, I'm just rambling at this point because I don't know how to end this and I'm like nervous. So I am gonna work on getting this uploaded and edited, and then I'm gonna start doing my like videos and vlogs and stuff for the next round. So thanks for hanging out, and I will chat with y'all later. Bye.